Hi guys, welcome to this course on how to use Logic Pro X. In this section, we're going to be looking at the effects. So when you're making house music, you always need effects with your tracks. So it makes it interesting, and it makes your track build up as well. So it doesn't stay at one, sort of element. So with the effects, I've already made a folder on desktop. All you need to do if you want to make a folder on desktop, like I said earlier, and it was another video that I did show you. All you got to do is go to Finder, go to Desktop, and this is all your folders that you have to your desktop. And all you got to do is go new folder, go and write effects, and your effects folder's here. And if you want to add effects, all you got to need to do is just drag and drop your effects into your folder here. I already made a folder on your desktop, so all I need to do is go in here, and my folder is already here onto the desktop. So this is your desktop here, which was all your folders. And if you go over here, that's for your external hard drives. So that's my external hard drive there, which I also have my plugins and have my samples on. But for the tutorial, we're gonna have it to the desktop. And all you need to do is click on here, go desktop, and then you go to, I've called it New Udemy Effects, which is here. And you got your crash, delay, hi-hats, pads, and reverse. So what we're going to do, we're going to drag in some effects. So in this section here is the build up. But I know that one day we'll see it through. Right. I know this section here is going into the pre-chorus. So because it's going into the pre-chorus, I want to add effects to make it sound like something's coming. So if we go in here, add a reverse. Right, here's the reverse here, and it's not quite at the tempo that I want it to be, because if we make this bigger, I want this reverb to fit. I want this reverse to go onto the start of bar 16, and it's not going to bar 16, it's going past the bar 16. So what we want to do is go here and make a loop run here. So from 16 to 17 is a 1 bar, and that's what I want it to do. It's fitting it with this last bar here. So all you need to do is go to File, so Edit, Time Stretch to length of locators. Let's undo that. So time stretch, length to locators, and it does that. It just makes it sync in time. So if we play it together now, turn the volume down. Nice. It just sits well. Because if we didn't match it to the locators, all it's gonna do is be delayed, and you need it to be on time. So when the effects finishes, the kicks comes in straight away. So we know we've got like a reverse effects. What I tend to do is after the reverse effects, I tend to use a crash because with a crash, it brings in another sound, another instrument. So it's really quite effective when you're using a crash. So let's drag a crash in. Let's turn the crash down and hear it from the reverse. So if you notice, the crash is at 124 and this is at 122. The crash is just a little bit behind, I'll say. So what we want to do, same thing we done earlier. We just highlight a section over here from 17 to 21. And if you notice here, this line over here, which you see here, this line should be on this bar, which is 21. And all we're going to do is go to edit, time stretch, to locators. Now it's going to sync in time with the crash. So you can do the time stretch from here, because if you go to time stretch, you can do that, which you can just create a loop run. But you cannot do that with vocals. If your vocals is at 128 BPM, you can't just drag your vocals or go to time stretch like that. You would need to flex time the vocals, because you cannot do it like that way. We're only doing it this way because you can do it with samples and because they're not too long. So let's hear it from the build up. That sounds much better. And I want to put another reverse just before the chorus. To do the same thing, we drag that, which is over here. And I want to add a pad as well. So that's another effect as well. Pads are quite effective. You know, when you're making dance music, it's just literally just one note. It's in the same key as this track, so we don't need to pitch it up or down. So what I tend to use with the pad, I tend to use it for every 4 bars. So let's hear the pad on. Let's hear the pad on the front on the verse. So we know the pad's not starting on the 1. So all we do is get this out, drag it to the first point. Still not on the 1. Focus. So with the pad effect, we're going to place it on the second part of the verse, which is here. And then what we do is we'll drag another one, which is over here. Seeing the stars reminds me of you. But I know that one day we'll see it through. We'll see it through. it's building up now. See, because we added these effects in, it gives you a bit of a different type of sound to your track. It gives it a bit more exciting feel to it. But I would say for the chorus, I feel like it needs some more hi-hats in there. I tend to use 2 hi-hats when I'm making a chorus. With the first part of the chorus, I tend to keep it quite mellow with the hi-hats. I don't add a lot of hi-hats for the first part. With the second part, I add more hi-hats so it feels a bit more moving with the track. So it's add some hi-hats in, which I have here. What we're going to do is do a new channel, audio, create, drag that in here. Let's get that to the start. Right, just delete that. So I'm just going to loop this section around here and just get this hi-hat in time. Too loud, let's turn that down. Oh, I like that. So if we just drag that in here, I make a loop. Turn this down. Right, so now you can hear how it's bouncing now. It's got quite a good groove to it. I'm just going to do a few things. So what we want to do, when the chorus starts at number 25, we want to keep that quite simple with the hi-hats. When it gets to 33, that's when we're going to add the new hi-hats in. So I'm just gonna take out this bass, which should be here. Bass here. I'm gonna take out that bass because I feel like it's a bit too much, and it doesn't give you a good drive. You know, it's more of a chorus, that punchy bass. Because this section here is the pre, and with the pre, you can probably put another bass in, like this bass here. Let's try this bass over here. It might not sound too much. I don't like to add too much of a heavy basses for my pre-chorus. So let's have a listen. No, it's not gonna work. Let's take that out. And let's listen to it from the start to the finish. So we've added the bass, which is here, from the second part of the verse here. With the pre, we've taken out the bass. And then with the chorus, we added the bass in here.
Myself and I can't focus. Me of you. But I know that one day